So in 2015, the college had some significant investment in digital technologies. First and foremost, they invested in the infrastructure and the technologies to support the use of digital technologies in teaching, learning and assessment. They also invested in staff by providing lots of training and support and guidance, including my role as e-learning ambassador. And they've also invested in providing all staff, teaching staff and support staff with iPads in order to use for teaching, learning and assessment.
Students have been working with Padlet in recent weeks. We felt that was a really good tool for them to use, and it was a good sort of starting point for me. So initially I went online and pulled a Padlet together to support the students in creating lots of resources for safeguarding. Initially I pulled all of the resources together, but as the time went on, the students became confident to actually add resources that they had found. I found that some of my students that have dyslexia, I've found ways of supporting them in a much better fashion to what I was doing before. I know now how to adapt packages, adapt font sizes, and pretty much any package could be tailored to suit those students.
So my take on using new technology or technology in general, in the past it's been computer towers, keyboard, it's been very stationary. Now with the advent of tablets, you become more mobile. You can start to get them up and about and start walking around the room, which opens up a lot of possibilities. There's always a learning curve with both staff and students. So those initial weeks are where you're using a lot of encouragement to get the student to fully engage. They want to use it, but there's that learning barrier. But once you're over that, you can sort of let the students go, and it does, you can see the way that they want to learn more. They start to become that sponge that you're hoping they'll be, and start taking things in quite quickly.
Okay, so with digital technologies in the classroom, we've recently been looking at QR codes, looking at creating QR codes, how can create a bit of an interactive environment for the learners, give them something new, something different to do. Look at producing them themselves and giving them tasks. We created a bit of an orienteering task for the students to do, so where they went around the college looking for different clues, which led them on to the next clue, and they had to scan the QR codes and do some series of tasks. Feedback from students was really good, really positive. Really enjoyed it. Found it useful to create their own. Obviously, in terms of employability, that they could create their own for when they do get into jobs. It may be. They also said they also liked doing the things like we had some silly things in there where they was taking photographs, selfies in the lifts, which they really enjoyed and gave good feedback on that. But also it was just getting them out of the classroom, trying something new, something interactive, and something that they could do as a group.